front headlocks. Guys, today we're gonna learn how to enter these from collar ties. Get a snap down, control my partner, either score points or flip them over, maybe finish off with a nice and tight submission. Let's get to it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're gonna cover the front headlock as a position and a pin to control my partner. So we're gonna look at a more conceptual approach to the front headlock. We're gonna look how to enter from either collar tie or sprawling or defending. But in today's video, we're not gonna go over all the submissions, just briefly. We'll do that in another video, so stay tuned for that one. Today we're gonna look at the front headlock. I think it's a really good position from where to enter for submissions, but I also want you guys to understand some rule tactics in jiu-jitsu that might win you the match or the competition you're competing at. So first off, we have a good video on the collar tie. I highly recommend you to check that out. In today's video, we're just gonna go over the snap down briefly. So I want to prevent my partner from grabbing a collar tie on me. This is bad. I want to strip that or control or strip it off. So as he grabs the collar tie, I'm going to get the inside positioning. My head is going to be high, my elbows underneath, and usually I'll use this to enter into takedowns or singles, high crotches, whatever. But in today's video, I want to bring my partner to the mat. Usually to set that up, I'm either faking like I'm going for a level change to shoot or an ankle pick. Yeah, I love to control my partner's head and bring it to his knee. As I ankle pick them, snap them down. I have a lot of things on these takedowns. But as his legs move further and further away to prevent me from shooting into the legs, because he doesn't want me to go underneath and grab a leg, switch to a katagruma or high crotch, that's when I go for the snap down. When I feel my partner's head is more in front of his legs, watch the microphone please. As I feel my partner's head is more in front of his legs, I'm going to control a little bit higher on the skull, and I'm going to reach lower on the limb. As I pull him down, I myself am moving away. Otherwise, I'm just pulling him into a double leg, like so. Now I pull him into a shot. So I myself need to move away, and don't just pull on my arms, but move my legs away. As I do, I get the snap down. Yeah? Now from here on, we're gonna work today with the front headlock position. Before we go into that, if this happens, now I'm talking IBJJF. As I snap my partner down to the mat, I control him here, yeah? We're gonna go over the grips in a second. I did not score any points yet, because I do not have him pinned by the rules of it. Now please don't shoot the messenger. Today I'm just gonna go over the rules. Please don't ask me a lot of comments about the rules. Just check out the IBJJF rules. But as I'm here, I did not score any points. As I pass and move towards his hips, now this is considered a pin, and I get my 2 points. Now things get really complicated. If these were to shoot on me with a double, and I sprawl, we get into the exact same position, still no points were scored, neither by Ties nor by me. If now I move to the exact same position, or get any other form of top pin, I still don't get any points. Now, what's the difference, you might ask, especially for the more beginners there or people very advanced in jiu-jitsu but don't know the rules yet, is in the first technique, as I snap him down, I'm on the offense, I'm attacking, yeah, which is considered an action by me, which will score me points if I get a good pin. In the second option, when Ties were to shoot me for the double, I'm defending. Now we assume that you know how to defend yourself and you do not get awarded points for defending yourself. So this is a very complicated gray area in jiu-jitsu or in grappling, but I want you guys to understand why today I'm going over to the front headlock as a pin and why I want to get a top position and score points, because that could win you the match. I don't want you to dive for a dart or dive for a guillotine. I will show you so many cool chokes from here, guys, I promise, maybe in the next video, but today I'm teaching you the concept of the front headlock as a pin. Now, how I get my partner down here could be from wrestle-ups, it could be from as I defend the takedown, stuff his head, or do a snap down or any other way. Maybe you are standing, and my partner's trying to work for my legs, and I get a chin strap, and I get him in this, or like a cow catcher, and I just pull him back to the mat. Anytime we get here in this front headlock position, that's what we're gonna work from. Depending if I'm the attacker or the defender, I have to opt to get points or stay in this position to attack, yeah? Going for the back, I will not do that in this video because it will be too long. We have some back takes from turtle. Yeah, check out that video to see how we take the back from turtle. Instead of just rushing here and throwing far side hooks over, that ain't gonna happen. Now in this position, I want you to first, I want you to engage this position like you would a mount or a side mount or a north-south position. Instead of diving for submissions, we first need to control my partner. So a lot of people here are immediately going for darces and guillotines, and then once again, I'm going to show those in a different video, but I need to control my partner's limbs and his posture. So I want you guys, if you're drilling this, ask your partner to move around. If I'm too high up on my partner's back, his head can pop out, and it's easy to do a sit-out now. So do a sit-out, and my partner will chase me and take my back or reshoot. If I'm too low and I'm too much sprawled here, my partner can stagger up, can stand up, tripod, wiggle his head out, and I'm flat on the mat. So I want you to understand your weight distribution as well as your grip. So first off, weight distribution. I want to be on the backside of my partner, and I want my shoulder to push on the gap between his shoulder blades and neck. So not too low, but in this gap. As I'm here, now today I'm just going to get a chin strap, or I'll show you with my hand on this side of the camera, I get his jaw. I actually just grab the jaw, yeah? It's a legal grip, yeah? And I just want to control the face so he doesn't pop it out for a sit-out. Or I get this chin strap, tuck my elbow in, bring my shoulder between his shoulder blades. Could be the other shoulder, and I want you to keep pressure on your partner. Now it's very tempting to just close your hands and dive for submissions, like this seatbelt grip. But if I close my hands and I squeeze, and my partner can get a sit-out or shoot for my legs, go for a sit-out please, and I hold on, I will just fall over. So I need you guys to understand the positional game we're playing today. Yeah, let's get a bit closer. To not just hold the position and squeeze. I have to play around. Ask my partner if you're drilling this to move, try to go for my legs, and see the difference between controlling his elbow, controlling the far side, controlling his chin strap, and an overhook, maybe 2 hands on the front if he now sits out. I have a lot of pressure on the front side. If he goes for a sit-out, maybe I go for a sit-out, maybe I switch to cross-faced and can start attacking the back from here. I want you to play around with the grips. So before we do any submissions at all, you need to acknowledge the pin we're playing. You need to know when to choose to go to the side to score points. When he's driving too much forward and he's pushing, and I'm pushing back, I might just snap him back down to the mat again, yeah, to bring his base back. If he tripods up, so he gets on his hands and toes, I maybe switch angles and try to wrestle him over to score a top pin. So we're not doing any submissions yet. We're not diving into anacondas without proper control. That's the whole focus on this conceptual video. Now, as you play around with these grips, yeah, you can go for like half Nelson, a quarter Nelson, power Nelson, whatever the grips. If you don't know these grips, we might do a different video on this. I like to go with a chin strap and this overhook grip. Sometimes I grab the elbow if my arm can reach around so he cannot base. You feel this? These base out. Yeah, if he wants to sit out or wrestle, grab my legs. My pressure is always just between his shoulder blades, pushing. And I let him carry my weight. I have to be careful with putting my knees too close and hugging his body, because he will just reshoot for the double, put his head out, steer his head to the right, pull my legs to the left. Yes, push your head, boom, this. So, and then as he goes for this, you can dive for a shitty guillotine, but you're not gonna finish that, yeah? So instead of going for that guillotine, please just hit the like and subscribe button and leave a good comment in the video. Oh, sorry, instead of going for that guillotine, yeah, keep the control of the position. Now, finally, as I go here for some submissions, before we do that, I want to do one final thing in this video before we do the chokes, is how to flip the script and get another pin. So I can move around to my partner as my pressure keeps on, let a crossface go to the hip here. And in this case, I'm trying to bring my partner down. Not with a submission yet, but just a way to bring him down. Now, we'll show you the different angle in a second. My arm goes in on the shoulder, in the armpit, sorry, comes out to his head, yeah, and I keep his head stuffed with my belly button and my sprawl as my shoulders are on top of him. I close my gable grip, yeah, and I move away out of the axis where I want these to roll. My hand flips around at his neck, and I'm gonna turn his face inside so he makes a roll. I'm not pulling him over his head. I'm gonna tuck his head in as I flip him over and score a pin. Now let's move a little bit. As we go here, I'm already in a beautiful position to switch up with the DARS. Or what I like to do is sink in with the north-south choke with this arm between, which really doesn't matter for me. Let's see that again from a different angle. So, as we're here, it's very hard for me to now bring my elbow to this side of the body if I'm in front of these. So it's a little bit like a baseball choke where you have to bring your elbows in. You will also feel the correct way to gable grip. If my hand is facing away from me and I grab, I can twist my elbow in. If my hand is facing like this and I want to grab, or if my hand is facing like this, I cannot get my elbow in. So before you ask me these questions, just try for yourself. You'll feel what feels natural. Twist a little bit. So I'm going to reach in here. Besides going for Peruvian neckties here and anacondas and darces, which we'll do in a different video, just the concept of flipping my partner over. I'm moving to the side. I'm bringing my elbow here. As I move, I'll show you here on camera, I flip my partner over. Now if he stays on his side, I'll push this deeper in, circle, and I windshield out my arm to get this darce. here, where I like to go to knee on belly and twist for the darts. But we have a different video on that. If you want to keep it with the north-south choke, just rewind, sink in. But the fact, and the matter of the fact is, I just flipped my partner and I scored a pin. So in today's video, besides a brief submission, the only focus points were how to enter front headlock, which grips, how to control the base, and then how to flip my partner or either move to the side to score points. And in the next video, I'll go over a lot of really cool submissions from here. So stay tuned. Oes.